revolt, forced to say that, and of course, re-mention and emphasize it means that the people should revolt against the Hoovers who have revolted against the laws of God and man, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Civil Rights. We revolt against what they forced the people of the U.S. into a quagmire, revolting quagmire. Now, it appears that each week sometimes the Hoovers make it official of what they are and where they are, that's what they are and that's what they're gonna be. Well, it went something like this. They would get Doc Castellano, where he would have to choose between two things in order to work or do something. And no matter which one he picked, they would say it was wrong or something about that was derogatory for him. Well, one of the things they would do is to have young fellows run around with, walk faster, move, and do gyrations and use immoral gestures. And in gutter fighting, you see. Then they would have, probably out of the main office of Washington, D.C., a guy about in their 50s, stand on the corner as though they're just standing on the corner. And then as I make a right turn close to the curb, they turn around and they got their hand in their pocket or something, and they throw their crotch in his face. Well, it got worse than that. In that they actually would practice where they would follow you as a faggot to try to do you in their genocide program and try to say that you were immoral. Well, from there, it got worse in that Doc Castellano, a preacher or not, starts saying what it was, what they are doing. Well, they figure they'll throw quantity at them. So at 24/7, they are spending millions, especially through the years. Millions, hundreds, but hundreds and hundreds of personnel, equipment. And they're going to have their genocide program, and that's the way it is. No, that ain't the way it is. They say, God bless America. You mean to say that God is going to bless a country that practices genocide against a man that's religious and is doing good and trying to do good? What kind of a mentality is falsifying that's what they're doing? That's what it is. What it is you're not going to outlive God, and you're not fooling Him. Judgment will be by God, and all of those in God, by God and those with God. And there are billions of divine souls that have risen and are with God. There are saints. Those are powerful proof of extraordinary religious achievements. And there are martyr saints who were on just the spur of the moment. They were challenged and they said, no, I will not give up my faith. Or during time, or especially during considerable time, especially yours truly, more than half a century, have survived. So I, expose editor, give you the facts in reasonable chronological order, and that is, he says, well, they follow me, they're phonies, they follow me, they're faggots, they hang around, they follow me into bathrooms, they're hooverists, they do things and say this is what it is, have no connection, have no interest, try to avoid them, you know. But they say, well, you're connected because you saw something or heard something, so you're now connected with their hooveristic. They can write and say what they want. It's hooveristic. They play with themselves. They're masturbating, go expert. They get more and more, go expert. They time things expertly, psychologically. And they are phony, following faggot cocksuckers by not decree, but by classification of a president while in office who was part of them and knew him. President Richard Nixon said precisely, Hoover is a cocksucker, meaning him and his clique are immoral, they're pedophiliacs, criminals, you see. And Hoover got him out. And I could have rescued him, but Hoover wouldn't let that happen. These are true facts. And that Doc Castellano could have rescued him. I say I'm the expose editor, and I say what the facts are. I don't write them. I just look at them, analyze, summarize them, try to concise them, and then report them. So I'm really a reporter, expose editor. Only I'm an editor. I report them, and I'm an editor of these true facts. Well, it got really rough. But Doc Castellano proved that they officially say they are genocide, masturbating hooverists. That's what they are. Now, they've gone further down, believe it. I, an expose editor, report that while President, illegally by how they did the voting and the court ruling and so forth, the ballot equipment they used, that was reading to little children. Well, that in itself is okay. At a critical time of our nation and international. And when you look at it, I think it was set up that way so we look so innocent, talking to little children while people were getting killed and burned. That in Martyr St. Castellano's opinion, the preacher's opinion, and this expose editor's opinion was imbecilic. It's imbecile to have such a stunt. The Hoovers right now are lower than that. What has occurred now is they are so desperate, so criminally insane, so absolutely, there's no question they have been smashed, not just defeated, smashed, that their post-mortem program is a joke. So now they attack the family. They attack the family. Oh, that's being a coward. That's being a coward. Now, where did black ass come from? It came from the insiders who considered black people second-class citizens, kind of stupid, and if they didn't do things, real smart, they're the blackest ass. Now, after all these years, and that's what I grew up in. I grew up in what they were saying, you're a yellow belly, you're yellow. Well, where did that come from? It came from the ones here who had repeating rifles or a machine gun and would be in China. Yeah. And as the people were there, they start shooting them, and the people would run. And they'd say, oh, there go the yellow bellies. They're yellow. They don't want to fight. So what they do is they know this is what it was and what they taught me. And what they do is they try to get me to fight with them, defend your family. Defend my family from what? You're criminally insane nonsense. Got nothing to do with me and my programs. Well, that don't matter. They have a special vehicle. They use vehicles, you see, because they're working with motors. They're going to work on you like mechanically and stuff. They have a Volkswagen, bright yellow, pass by at the time they challenge you to fight in the gutter. And they're saying that you're yellow if you don't fight. Now, these are the true facts. Absolute true facts. Now, what I have to do is be sure. You're now talking about a modern nation that has respect. And it should be respected. They're people. The Asian people. Yeah. Especially China, but that's the true fact, as I said. That's where it came from. And so you have to say And then I gave it to him bluntly. You see, if I'm on my property and they come by, walking right by all this time, as I walk out and the family walks out, they have 5 or 6 all come out of homes and buildings at that time, each doing something. See, if I don't, so I'm on my own property, I can kind of maybe talk to myself. And I say it, you phony, following, faggot, cocksuckers. I now call them phony, faggot, cocksucker, hoovers, cowards. Cowards. They don't want to fight me. They've given up. They want to try to do something to your family. You're cowards. And they have officially said, yeah, that's what we are, that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to be. Because I kind of mentioned it this way, I've got little chores to do around the home, and if you'd only let me rest my dick a day at least or 2, I can maybe get them done. And they eased up. No, they don't run now. When I come out and time it, they were not with the family. Why, you phony. Oh, and then, as they run by, they didn't have the yellow Volkswagen come by and say, you're a coward. So I'm forced to say, you add cowards. Hoovers are phony, following, faggot, cocksucker, hoovers, cowards. And they absolutely says, yeah, that's who we are, that's what we're doing, that's what we're going to be. By FBI classification, Obama has the blackest ass.